Alright guys, welcome back to the tire dresser, and we're going to go over how to use the tire dresser. Okay, things that you need to glue the sidewalls, and kicker, medium CA, a little cup. You can use a Tupperware thing, or you can use this little expandable cup if you want. It's not necessary, but yeah, it is necessary. And you need a little piece of paper right here, okay, which will explain why. Sharpie, silver or gold should show up pretty good. And of course, the tire dresser and the tires that you plan to glue glue the sidewalls. So, one of the first things you want to do when you get your brand new tires, we're going to say some brand new tires, is you need to clean the demolding stuff off of it. So motor spray, whatever you want to use, but you got to make sure, and also you want to clean it so that that marker, the Sharpie marker, really grab a hold of the tire. So clean them up real good to get that demolding oil off of it. Okay. And this tire here has already been, I don't know if you can really see it real good, but it's already has a nice bead on it. That was, I did that without using measuring circles. Okay. So no big deal. We're going to put another bead on that. Okay, one of the first things you need to check is, of course, you know about getting the ring off. I'm not going to go into that. That's a whole nother thing. Check and make sure that the tire itself is actually glued very well to the rim. If it's not, you can also use the tire dresser to address that situation, because of the speed that you can bring it down really slow. So go ahead, which you saw in the first video, how to mount the tire, get it prepared to be addressed. Okay, and tighten it down snug. And that's what, like I said, that's what's great about this. You can slow it down. Now, if your sidewall itself, okay, is not really adhered to the rim itself, that's a problem too. So you want to make sure that it is taken care of. Best way to do that, and I don't have the proper stuff right now to show you, is to get some thin CA and with a needle applicator, and slow it way down and get right up right there on the very edge right there, and then kick it and just let it dry. Okay, I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to go in, you're already past that. The tire's already really adhered to the rim itself. So what we're going to do is we are going to first we're going to use the 58.5. Is how far out we want the CA to go. And all of these different measurements are just tuning, that help you tune. Oops, sorry, dropped the wheel now. Excuse me. To help you tune the car. So you got 58, 59, 59.5, and 60. And some people go way even out here when the traction's really up. So, but right now we're going to go with the 58.5, which is a great starting point. You put the tire on, which I showed you. You put the wheel. And you know what? I'm going to use a new one. I'm going to use actually my prototype one. I just want to show you what the finished product would look like. This is my prototype wheel nut when I was actually making these. So go all the way. Okay. So I got to send those out. We will screw it down till it's tight. Make sure it looks centered and it's on there tight. We're good. And I always take the speed all the way up when I'm actually marking the tire. Okay. Sharpie, silver Sharpie. Speed at high. You tilt it a little bit, and let's see if we can get the angle. The angle is supposed to be the tip just right underneath the edge of the wheels, and that will give you the proper line. So let me see if I can get you a really good angle, and just let it go. A couple of rotations. You want a nice mark. There you go. And so she's marked down. So like I said, the angle, if I can get it, is just the tip right at kind of at that 45. I don't know if that's 45 or what degree angle that is. Not flat, not straight up and down, but it has to be at an angle right underneath that edge, and you got it. Okay, that gives you the perfect mark. Like I said, let it rotate several times. Unscrew it. Okay, put that back in there so you don't lose it. Let's see what it looks like real quick. I'm only taking out, got to take the measuring ring off, and let's see what it looks like. See what kind of ring. See that nice, pretty ring that you just made. All right, that should be 58.5, which, if you got some calipers, which you'll see, comes out to about 58.5. Right in there. Okay, 58.5549. Yeah, 5. Hard to really get it real accurate, but basically it just gives you a close out, a close proximity of 58.5. So, all right. Now, if you take and measure these right here with the calipers, you'll say, "Whoa, that doesn't measure out 58.5." These are not 58.5, but when it marks, it's 58.5. So don't put some calipers on these and say, "Whoa, these are really out." So pay no attention to that. What counts is what the ring is around the tire there. So let's go ahead and mount the tire, get it ready for gluing up. Put the screw in. Okay. All right, ready to go. All right, so got our CA. Basically, you decide which direction. Oops, sorry about that. You decide which direction you want the tire to rotate. I like to turn the speed down a little bit. You can hold it flat, or you can hold it at an angle, however you want to. It don't matter. Hold it up a little bit so you can see the CA actually go out whichever way. Now, see, that way the CA is being pushed in, so I'm going to change the direction. Since I'm right-handed, I want it to come towards me so I can see the bead. And so we're just going to take and place a bead. Watch it comes down and put a bead right there. All right, that's on there. Now, this is where this little handy-dandy card comes into. Now, I like to reverse rotation and go the other way when I'm actually spreading the CA out to that line. That's what that mark is to spread that CA a nice bead out to that line. There you go. Looking pretty. All right, stop it. I don't know if you can see that. We'll see if we can unscrew it. There you go. And look at that. I don't know if you can see that nice bead, pretty bead. Now, this is where you take your cup. Put that to the side. Let me put that in there. Now, we could spray this right on it and get it all nasty, cracking. It won't even look all shiny. It won't look pretty at all. So that's when you take your cup. You spray the CA in the cup, right? And just let it sit there. And it's curing through the film is what it's doing. Or the fumes. I'm sorry, not the film, but the fumes. Okay, and you will probably do that process a couple times, and you can actually, maybe just one time. It depends on what the traction of the track is. If the traction is not quite up, and it starts to come up, you can come back and re-glue. You can glue it several times to get it. It's a tuning aid is what this is, so to help you keep from traction rolling. So let's look at it and see. Still looking pretty. Let's spray it one more time. Get some more fumes in there. And meanwhile, you can actually put that off to the side and let it kind of work its magic. And if you wanted to go ahead and put another bead on the other front tire or whatever you're gluing up, get that back down there, on there. So now remember, I didn't even mark these, so I don't know what the distance is actually on this. This is actually this bead is actually shorter or smaller than the 58.5. Let's see, what is it? I didn't take it out that far because I was just really, it's like a 57, 56, something like that. So, and that was just eyeballing it. That wasn't an actual distance. So anyway, so you can do these while one's curing. You can go ahead and redo the other one. So let's see what we got here. That's pretty good. Let's see if you can see that. Can you see that bead? Nice and pretty, nice and clean. And so if I wanted to, I can go back, like I said, and do one more bead to ensure that I got enough CA on there. And it looks pretty good. Actually, I'm just going to leave it at that. You guys know. So next thing to do is, see, you got that silver line, is take your motor cleaner, and that way you can just clean that silver line right off. It just comes right off. See? And that tire's ready to go. Nice, pretty, shiny, not all crackly, built up all heavily, or sidewall glued, ready to go. I would probably do it 2 or 3 more times, but anyway, that's how you use it. Hopefully you ordered the measuring rings. And once again, thank you for getting the tire dresser. Will Jones.